Yeah, hi students, I am Dr. Badrinath, and in this video we will see the basics of sample. So before purchasing anything, just we have a habit of just asking for a sample. Okay, I went to a sweet stall and I will ask a small piece of a sweet and I will taste there itself, and later if I like it, then only I will purchase the 1 kg or 2 kg of a sweets. Okay, the same passion. So here you can see the sampling in the this is sample here. See here sample. See the cursor. This is sample. So if I am calling this as a sample, then what it is? What I have to call it is? It is a population, called as a population. Sometimes it is also called as a bulk. Bulk, B-U-L-K, bulk. Okay, but it is a population, and this is a sample. Sample is always obtained from the population. Keep in mind, population means a huge, very large population. Just like Indian population, how big the Indian population is. Sample is a small. Sample, yes. Small, yes. Sample is small. Population is a big. And see this, how we have to take a sample from a rice bag. And see here, this is a rice bag. And here see this instrument. This is called a sample thief. Thief, Thief, thief. Sample thief. Sample rod. Okay. Any name you can be use it. Sample thief. And here this one I will place the some different locations like this in a rice bag. This see this is a rice bag. So I will place at different places, or 1 or 2 or 3 or 6 or 10, whatever it may be, and I will collect it. The small sample from here. See here, I want the collected sample of rice. Okay, and I will justify either this bag is good or not. I will justify. I will give a judgment. I will give a judgment of entire bag. Either the rice is good, rice is there any mixing, just by seeing a small sample. Okay. In pharmaceutical industry also, see suppose you got a paracetamol bags, active pharmaceutical ingredients in a bulk, okay, like excipients, starch powder. If you got it from a bags together, then you have to use this instrument and you have to take a samples, and that you have to send for the analysis. Is there any mixing or is there correct or not, like that you can be check it and you have to be send it. Yeah, see here. The beaker consists of a paracetamol with the green color mixed. So I mixed a yellow color. Yellow color I have mixed. After mixing, I have to check either there is a uniformity in the color or not. I don't want to disturb the entire thing when I am taking the sample. See here. Easily I can take the sample from the upper layer, but without disturbing this, I cannot take the middle layer. And without disturbing this, I cannot take the sample from the bottom. I understand. That's why this is a new special instrument which is designed only for this purpose. Okay. See here, this is the structure I have given in a separate picture. This is called as a sample thief, sample rod, sample sword, SWORD, sword. Anything you can be called, whatever it may be the name. It is made up of stainless steel, and you can keep like this. See here, and you can be open it. You see, you can be turn it like this. When you turn it, the sample from the lower layer, bottom layer, middle layer, and upper layer will enter into the sample rod. And then you have to close it. Locking pin. By using a locking pin, you can be lock it. And you remove it. You remove from the sample holder. So that it consists of a upper layer, it consists of a middle layer, and it consists of a sample from the bottom layer. 3 samples I have collected. How many? 3. 3 slits are there. Very easy to collect also. Without disturbing the entire content, what is present in the beaker, I will take a sample. Okay, in the easy manner. That's why it is called a thief. Just like a thief. Thief will come to the house and he will stolen the gold or jewelry, whatever it may be, or money from the bureau or cupboards, and nicely he'll. The same passion it is called. That's why it is called as a sample thief. Okay, the thief It stolens the samples nicely without disturbing anything. Yeah, production is 50,000 tablets per day in my company. I am doing a daily. I start production of a 50,000 tablets. This 50,000 is called as a population. I cannot test all 50,000 each and every. If I start testing of each and every tablet, then all the tablets what I have prepared today, it will be analyzed, and I will prepare daily, and it goes analyzed, and I will get a big zero income. That is, my income is big zero, like that. Okay, so you should not be like that. Your sample should be, it should not be too small also. If suppose I will check one tablet is enough for me to test the entire 50,000 population. No, I cannot check the all 50,000 tablets, and I cannot take only one tablet. So I have to take some sufficient sample. How many samples and how to take that, we will see. So entire population you should not supposed to be checked, but from the sample, whatever you have concluded, the hardness, suppose you took 5 tablets and you did a hardness. The same hardness you can try to implement to the entire population. You can give a judgment. This entire tablets having the hardness of a 4 kg of, because you did a, in the same fashion, disintegration, dissolution, okay, mixing, weight variation, everything, all the tests, whatever is there, that you have to be selected some few tablets. That's it, not from the entire population. What is a sample? Now you come to the definition of a sample. Sample is a small number of units, but it estimates the population exactly. It's a very, very important point. Sample is a small, but it must estimates the population exactly. See here the picture, here you can see the population, and here you can see the sample. So I collected the sample from the population, and I will give the inference, whatever I got the result from the sample, that I will give a judgment, or I will impose that entire population is also having the same characters. Like that I will implement. You got my point? Yes. And here you can see the sample what I collected, all the colors are there. All the color. I didn't miss any color from the population. See here. I didn't miss even single color from the blue color is there, violet is there, green is there, black is there, pink is there, ash color is there. All the colors I picked. In such a fashion, I took a sample. I didn't miss even single color also. That's why it is called a very good sample. Exactly, it shows, it represents the characteristics of the population. Right? And see, if suppose the collected sample consists of only green color people, then I can say it is a wrong, sample is wrong, but I don't know. But I will think that all the population are having a green color in their, like that I will think, but it is a wrong. The sample, whatever you are taking, it must have an equally characteristics as that of the population is a very important point. Okay, so good sample, characters that we will see. Yeah, sampling is art. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a very hard job. It's a very difficult job. And we will think that what is there in that, just we will go and collect the some of the rice or some sweets or some powder of paracetamol, and we can be tested. It is not like simple as there in your mind. It is a very toughest job. It is not easy job. Okay, it is a very hard. It is an art. Okay, art. If you are taking sample, it may show some characters. If another person go and take the same population, same sample from the same population, it may be a different. That we cannot say. See here, it should estimate the population correctly. Sample should estimate the population correctly. Not overestimate, and not underestimate. It should not overestimate. It should not over. It should estimate exactly. Exactly, it must be. See here, I gave the example of rice bag. See here, this is all the rice bag. It consists of a rice. And see the person, that person, what he did is he put a stones here, stones. So we don't know that the rice bag is having a stones at the bottom. So I have collected the sample from here, from the top, from the middle, or from here. See here, all these three from are here, here, here. How many points I took? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all these consist of purely rice. So what I will think is it is a fine exactly, and rice bag is very good. Like that I will think it. But after consuming of everything and finally at the end, I brought a stones there. See here at the bottom. I will find the stones. Okay. But I cannot do anything. Before by the time itself, I have already purchased and paid the money also. So this is called a overestimate. So it should not be overestimate. So overly I estimated that it is a super quality, high quality, hi-fi quality. It is a very good, like that I thought. But actually what the thing is, I didn't saw the stones. In my sample, I didn't got the stone. Suppose I collected a sample only from this bottom, only one sample. That is also from the bottom I collected. So what is there in my hand? Now in the sample, all the stones. So, and what I will conclude is, no, it is not at all a rice. Wherever I took the sample, that is full of stones. So bag is also full of stones. Okay. So I will underestimate. It is a very cheaper quality. It is a nothing. No rice is there. It is a very costly, like that I will say. Okay. So it should not be too estimate. It should not be not underestimate or not overestimate. It must be exactly, it must estimate. That you have to keep. And sampling, here you can see the definition of sampling is the process. Sampling is a process that you are doing a work, with your hand. Sampling is a process of selecting a small number of elements from a large defined target population, large defined target group of elements, such that the information gathered from the small group will allow judgment, see what I have told, judgment to be made about the larger sample. So we will collect the small sample and we will give a judgment of the big, okay, bigger population, like that is called as a process. Yeah, now essentials of sampling characteristics of a good sample. What are the characteristics of the good sample? Number one, sample should have a same characteristics as that of the original population. It is a very, very important point. Exactly, it must have a same characteristics as that of the population. See here, I have shown the characteristic of good sample. You can show in the exam wrong sample also, bad sample. Bad sample consists of all violet color persons here, or black color persons, all are blue color persons, like that. Here, good sample consists of all the colors. See here from that population. Number two, different samples from the same population should have a similar nature. That is very, very important. See here, this is a population, the square box is population, and I collected the sample 1 here and sample 2 here, yellow color, and this is a pink color I collected. And I made an average. Population average is 53.9. Sample 1 average, that is a mean, is a 42.6. See, it is less. Underestimate. With the sample 1, I underestimated the population. And sample 2 mean, see here, 54.5. It is a more than the population. So population mean is different. Sample 1 mean is different. Sample 2 mean is different. 3 are different. One is medium and one is high and one is low. See, number of times, if even though you are taking a sample from the same population 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, 4 time, 5 times also, all the 5 times samples what you have collected must have a same characteristic, same population, same mean, same color, etc. and all. Then you can say it is a good sample. So here it is a bad sample. 2 samples are bad. Yeah, here you can see the difference between a population and a sample. Very important for all the students. So most of the students, they will confuse. In a population that is a large population, mean is called as a mu. And standard deviation is indicated by the symbol of sigma. Standard deviation, sigma, yes, yes. And they are parameter of the population which take fixed values. These are called as a parameters. Population, PP, population parameter. Both are P. For sample mean, you are calling as a X bar, not a mu. Mu belongs to population. X bar belongs to sample mean. X bar must be equal to mu. Keep in your mind, because it's same, it represents the than that of the population. Standard deviation indicated by S. There it is a sigma. They are called as a statistics of sample means. See here. Here we are calling as a parameters. Here we are calling as a statistics. Yes, yes. Statistics sample. Yes, yes. Here P, P. Population parameter sample statistics. Why sampling? Why we have to take a sample? What are the advantages? Why can't we test the entire population? If you are doing an entire population test, it's waste. It's daily you are producing 50,000 tablet and you are testing the daily 50,000 tablet. Then nothing. What you have to pay to employees and what you have to get earning, what you have to do a marketing. Okay, it's waste. See, it is the only option in case of infinite population. Infinite means large number of population. There is no option. Only the thing is you have to take a sample and you have to test and you have to give the result for the entire batch. You have to give the same result you have to. And it is very cost effective, very cheaper, because you are not testing now, as we are not testing all the population. Only 5 tablets I will take for hardness tester, 20 tablets I will take for the weight variation test. Okay, so it is a cost saving and also time saving, as summarization is more quick. So within a 20 tablets, the weight variation I will be summarized. I will be summarized and I will conclude that it is. I am not test the weight variation of entire tablets. No, I cannot do. It is not possible for human beings also. Even though you did, it is a waste. All the tablets you are keeping in a dustbin. And essentials of characteristics of good sample: higher the number of sample, greater the reality of result. If you are taking a much number of sample, definitely you will get a very good results. Okay, if you are taking only 1 or 2 tablets, you will get a very bad result. If you are taking high quantity, you will get a good result. But you are losing the tablets much more. That's why it should not be too high. It should not be too less. It should be adequate enough. It should be moderate. Adequate. That is very, very important. Adequate. Then how to select a sample size? It is called a sample size. Either I have to take a big or I have to take a small or adequate. So 3 plans are there. N plan, N plan, P plan, R plan. N, P, R. Just like NTR. N, T, R. Here we can abbreviate as a N, P, R. See, first one is the N plan. All these plans are given by the WHO also. So first see here, the N plan only used when material is considered uniform. Uniform. When the material, what you are going to be checked, it is having a same uniform. By seeing the paracetamol powder, if we suppose it looks uniformly, then you can say, you can apply this N plan. And also the same paracetamol you brought from recognized source. Recognized source. Recognized source means just like a very big API company, like a trustable company. See here, 2 things are there. You brought the paracetamol from trustable company. Trustable, recognized source. Number 2 is the sample, when you saw it physically, it is a uniform. In those 2 conditions, you can follow the N plan. This N is equal to 1 plus root of big N. What is big N? It is a population. N is equal to sampling units in the consignment. See here, I have given a table, and here the values of capital N I gave. Capital N. And NPR plan, N plan, P plan, R plan, all 3 plans are here only. And here I gave the small n. Either you can use this formula or you can use this table, whatever it may be. Both are same. You can use this formula or blindly you can be selected from the form. See here, big N value is 31 to 42. 31 to 42 consignment. That many bags came from paracetamol. Paracetamol bags you ordered for your company, you got nearly a 40 bags paracetamol. In that, you cannot test all. Only you take the sample from 7 bags. See here, 7 bags. Or you can use this formula. You can use this formula. Okay. If suppose here I gave the example also, n is equal to 40. That is 40 bags I ordered and I received the 40 bags. And n is equal to, small n is equal to 7. Big N is equal to 40. Okay. And the n plan is not statistically based, should be used only as a guiding principle. You have to be use it. Okay. And also, n plan is not recommended for those laboratories whose manufacturers and tests or reject each received consignment, everything. Some companies, what they did is, if suppose they purchased 40 bags of paracetamol, all 40 bags they will check. They'll take a 5 to 10 grams of sample from each bag, they will test. If you are testing each and every bag, then n plan you cannot follow the n plan. Not necessary also, because all you are checking each and every bag. Then what is necessary? Generally, as per n plan, 7 is enough. 7 bags we can be tested. Next, the P plan. When you have to use this P plan? May be used when material is considered as uniform. I have told no, uniform material and also recognized source. And main purpose is to test for identity. Identity means a quality, not quantity. If you want to test the quality and it is from recognized source and it is also uniform, in such a case, you can use a P plan. You can use the same formula, you can calculate the formula or you can draw from the table. See here, n is equal to 40. In the same example I took, 40 paracetamol bags. P is equal to 3. Here only 3. There it is 7. Same 40 only. According to P plan. Right? And we will see the R plan. R is equal to 1.5 into n. See here. For same 40, R is equal to 10. Here it is increased. R plan is increased. It may be used when material is considered non-uniform. So you have a doubt by seeing physically with your eye, naked eye, you can say that you have some doubt. It is not uniform like that. In such a case, you have to use a R plan. You have to take big samples, some big samples. That is 10. And also not well-known source. Not well-known. Some new company, you purchased paracetamol from new supplier. In such a case, you cannot trust them. In such a case, you have to follow the R plan. It is a 1.5. Keep in your mind. This is here I completed the things. Okay. In my next video, I will explain you what are the methods of sampling. Probability, non-probability of the methods. Okay. And in playlist, you can see all my videos. In my channel, I have kept all my videos in the playlist. So after subscription, you just go and see the playlist. There you can find all the things in the subject wise.